Pour les hommes, les finales s'annoncent plus physiques. En demi-finale, Seder tombe contre Rubinex, un Allemand de 16 ans seulement, dont la technique de jeu s'apparente à celle de Lauma. Malheureusement, fatigué par une pandémonium experte jouée juste avant, Rubinex va faire quelques erreurs sur Delirium et perdre de peu, et ne sera pas en mesure de suivre les pièges de Tel. Il finit donc à la 3e place. La finale oppose Seder à Max Storm sur plusieurs chansons de niveau 11 et 12. L'horrible Euphoria sort 2 fois et à chaque fois les scores sont proprement incroyables. Les deux joueurs ont un niveau très élevé, même si Seder mise un peu plus sur l'endurance et Max Storm sur la technique. Max Storm remporte de peu la chanson Infection, Seder faisant exploser une mine à la toute fin. Pour la chanson Utopia, Seder fait à nouveau quelques erreurs à la toute fin, alors que leur score était quasi ex-aequo tout du long. Enfin, après une longue hésitation, Max Storm choisit Determinator, une chanson de niveau 12 qui possède des accélérations à 15 flèches par seconde. Pendant ce passage, ce n'est pas moins de 60 flèches que les joueurs ont à valider en 4 secondes seulement. Max Storm va largement remporter cette chanson et gagne donc le tournoi single européen.
My nickname is Max Storm. My real name is Rob, and I'm from London in the United Kingdom, and I play the machine dance, mainly in the Groove 2. That's the tournament we've been participating in. We've got a few machines in London, not as good as condition as the ones that we've been playing on here. We don't actually have an in the Groove 2, the proper cabinet in London. We've got some of the Konami machines, and I usually train about once a week. I go up to central London and play on the machines for a few hours. We've got lots of friends in the area that we play all together. Yeah, I think this tournament's really good. It's been quite well run and the pads have been quite good. I think Sweden is really, really good. They've got a lot of good players there. A lot of them have came over. Obviously from the UK, we've got a lot of good players as well. Yeah, it's quite widely spread. Every country's got 1 or 2 good players really. It depends how big it is really in the country, how many people play, because the more people that play, the more chance there is that there's people are going to play with that have talent for it. There's some good people in Italy actually, but they didn't come to this tournament. Also it depends about if you've actually got the machines to play on it, because in some places there are no machines, so you can't play at all. This game has so many aspects in it which are appealing to all different people, because you need stamina, you need coordination. The music on it is just wicked. They've got all different types of music for different people. You meet friends playing through it, and really good atmosphere at the competitions. and you get good prizes and everything. So it keeps you really fit from playing it, and there's also fitness modes on it, so if you want to lose weight or you want to get more fit, it's a really good game to do. It's fun and you get fit at the same time.
Le dimanche avaient lieu les tournois double masculins et féminins. Beaucoup moins de participants cette fois-ci, en raison de la grande technique qu'il est nécessaire d'avoir pour jouer dans ce mode. De plus, la fatigue de la dure journée du samedi se voyait sur les visages des joueurs, et certains n'ont pas pu être aussi performants que la veille. Les tournois étaient très longs, car ils demandaient de jouer chacun son tour pour chaque round.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Ward and Chris Foy.
C'était l'occasion de rencontrer Chris Foy et Kyle Ward, les deux créateurs du jeu In The Groove, pour faire le point sur l'évolution des jeux de danse en général et avoir leur point de vue sur cet univers injustement méconnu.
I'm Kyle Ward, I'm the musician for In The Groove, and we're here for the Euro Cup 2008 Championship.
I'm Chris Foy, I do the steps for In The Groove 2, and we're here, as I said, for the championship.
Originally, ITG came out from the start because there was a void after Dance Dance Revolution Extreme. 4 panel players, you know, they wanted more game, and there wasn't anything coming out, appearing to come out anyway. So In The Groove was meant sort of to challenge players in new ways, and we felt that, you know, if no one else was coming out with a dance game, we could fill that void by coming out with a product.
We had a handful of songs that went up to level 10, and nothing beyond that. We really wanted to advance the game and what could be done. A lot of people had already mastered it, so we continued it up to 13, and some of the songs, people are now doing 18.6 steps in a second. Just nuts. So we just continued on.